Good morning. It is July 21st, and I come to you after some reflection from watching a movie. This movie had a lot of culminating events full of tragedy, coincidental things that happen, unintentional things that happen, good, bad, indifferent. A lot of things that happened through this movie that showed a lot of grace, mercy, truth, and restoration. At the end of the movie, there was some communication that was made, and I'm trying to say this without giving the movie away, because I'm gonna put the movie in the description because I think it is well worth watching. As soon as I remember the title, but the essence of the one of the main characters communicating was just that life has all these unexpected events and it will knock you to your knees, but at the end of the day you're going to find love to help you get back up and hold on to that love so that you can get back up and love forward and live forward and push forward. And I mean, when I say this movie was the realest movie I have ever seen in my life, like, this is real human stuff. It just reminded me so much of the things that happened, even when I was not in line with what I was supposed to be. When God told me, no, I don't want you doing this. This person is not for you. This is not for you. This situation is not for you. You should not be doing this. You should be doing this. I mean, it was just like, so I'm gonna tell you some of my experiences that show that the movie reminded me of. In one of my marriages, I noticed during difficult times with my wife at the time, I could never regain that smile that she gave me. We all know the love we get from the one we with, that it's a certain smile that says, I love you, I'm with you, we are one. That smile, that, and when you see that one that you love give that to somebody else, the one that said I do to you, the one that said, you know, and especially when it's right there in your face and it's with a past mate and they want to deny it, and it's just like, how can you deny what you know is inside you? No matter how much you want to say you committed to me. And that heartbreak, that knife in the chest that twists every time you see that person and they can barely look at you, and you doing your best. It's called life. I'm doing my best to navigate through whatever problem, situation, whether it's my fault or not, just to navigate through this. And because you choose not to recognize that I'm human too, or maybe you choose to be so in your stuff that you can't see outside your situation, whatever the situation is. And to see that is very hurtful. And at some point you move forward and you heal, and when you dare to step out there again and trust somebody with your heart, it's kind of like you're looking over your shoulder like, and this is a big reason that a lot of people go around with the make-up breakup cycle, the mate-hate cycle, the hurt people, the I don't trust nobody. Even though I may copulate with you, I still, I'm protecting my true intimacy from you. I'm gonna let you scratch this itch, but that's about it. And I just look at how, after going through that healing process of allowing that knife to be removed from my heart, and it wasn't just one mate, it was, a couple of them. And I do take responsibility for some hurt that made them not smile at me, especially my first marriage. But with all that being said, it's like, when you dare to trust God to love again, you will find better for twofold reasons. One, you know what not to do. Two, if you've healed from it, you want to attract that same type of energy that will not respect the love that you have. And three, you will love better. And when you choose or dare to love better and trust God with the love triangle to love better, that's when restoration comes, because you have the love triangle of love flowing through the three of you. And that's why it's so important to be equally yoked with somebody who has the same foundation or definition of love. I'm not talking about love language, but I'm talking about 1 Corinthians 13 love. It's not a feeling, it's an action. It's the I do's of commitment, of no conditions on it. This is what we're doing. I got your back. I'm going to give grace, mercy. When you hurt me, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to balance it with truth. I'm going to hear you. I'm going to let you communicate, because maybe sometimes the communication needs to be verbose because you've been holding so much in and not saying that you need to communicate, hey, this is what's going on. And I'm at a effort of just really fighting for you to say, I'm trying to get you to understand. And when we refuse to listen, we refuse to love forward. When we're so impatient and itching to respond, we're not loving. When it frustrates you to listen to somebody who's hurt, especially by you, the downfall, the breakdown in communication is just severed. And we so right and justified in our mind and how we think things should be versus how it really is. It's called life. You can't let some other situation define this situation. Or this is how it happened in this story. Or this is how it happened with this situation. Or this is how it happened with this person. No, this is what's happening with this person right here. And as long as you keep trying to make a model for this, you refuse to allow this person to be genuinely the person you chose. You so busy trying to make them somebody else. And that's not fair. That's not fair to the relationship or to the person that you said you're in relation with, whom you're in relationship. It's the give and take. The give is I'm giving up the pride, pushing it to the side and saying, hey, I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to hear you. I'm with you. I'm relating to you. I'm allowing you to express your unique expression of life and those experiences that culminated with you. And I'm not going to keep allowing what mama said, what grandmama said, what auntie said, or their situations to keep making frustration on our situation. Because the manifestation is what we have in our mind and what we align ourselves with. When we keep aligning ourselves with things that are not fruitful or conducive to us, and when I say us, the relationship that you and I have created, and this can be male, female, platonic, romantic, whatever. When I keep making everything else interfere with us, we lose what we could have because we're so busy making us not us. But anyway, I'm really not far removed from the movie, but it's just like it made me think so much about the relationships that we engage or encounter as we maneuver through this thing which we call life. So all I'm gonna say is life forward, folks. No matter what you go through, no matter what heartbreak takes you from one space to another, just let love push you forward. And I know time and time again, no matter what the situation was, whether in relationship, out of relationship, God's love is always there. It is always there. God's love is so there. You just have to recognize it. You have to recognize it. It's always there. And your mindset determines what you receive or you reject. You can reject God's love. You can reject the love of a mate. You can reject so many people's love. Oh my God, this workplace is crappy. But that's your choice. Love is patient, love is kind. 1 Corinthians 13. I'll post it in the description. Y'all have an awesome day, knowing that life has its things that will knock you down, but God's love will get you back on your feet and restore you in ways that amaze. Have an awesome day in Jesus' name.